All right, so today I've got the Ninebot Max, and I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly what it can do, but I've got a problem. I came out here, I left it right here, and now it's gone. Like literally, I parked it right here, I went inside to grab my camera, and it's gone. I can't find it anywhere, I don't know where it went. I'm so mad. Like it was sitting right here. I don't even know where it went. Whoa, dude, what are you doing, man? That's my Ninebot Max.
Really?
Yeah, really?
I thought it was a rental.
I'm no poser, dude. I don't rent those things. I bought that. Guys, this is my buddy Brandon. He's out here to help me with this video today, so we're gonna run this thing through this paces. You just took off with it, huh?
Yeah.
Acting like it's your own?
Pretty much.
It. But I mean, these things you can hop on and go, which is my big first negative. The thing doesn't lock. Literally, like there's no way to lock this thing unless you lock it down with a chain, kind of like a good old school bicycle. But
how did I do? I
thought we were in the 21st century, but we're gonna talk about some cool things. There's a lot of cool things about this, and we're gonna get into that right now. Here we go. So the first thing that I noticed was that when I push the accelerator, unlike the boosted rev, this you have to have moving a little bit. You have to get it going a little bit before the motor will engage. So you can't just push the accelerator and start going. They want you to push off, kind of like a skateboard, push off initially and then accelerate and it will engage. If you don't shove off, it will not engage the motor. A little annoying because I do like on the boosted rev where I can use the accelerator even when I'm not on it to kind of move along the boosted rev if I'm at a place where I can't ride it, but I still need to move the boosted rev along rather than sitting there pushing it. I can just give the accelerator on it. Not a big deal, but that's just something to know. You do need to shove off manually on this Ninebot. So what's it like to ride it? It's ridiculously comfortable to ride. The 10-inch tires make a massive difference when it comes to the comfort level of this electric scooter. It absorbs so much more. The bumps are not as noticeable, and it's a much more comfortable ride than other scooters like the boosted rev that I have and I ride. It's just a much more comfortable ride. It also feels to me very, very natural to hop on this. Got a nice flat foot place to rest my feet on. The handlebars are straight on this. To me, they're a little bit narrow, but that's just because I'm a larger guy, maybe that's gonna be comfortable for everybody else. I'm 6'7", so a little bit different feel. Feels a little bit small to me at 6'7". For everybody else, I'm sure it's gonna be just fine. The other thing that I absolutely love about this Ninebot Max is the cruise control. Let's talk about cruise control here for a second. So in any other scooter I've ridden, I've had to keep my thumb on the accelerator. I've had to keep that acceleration moving, and if I didn't keep it pushed down, then I would eventually slow down and stop. Whereas this has a cruise control function. If you hold down the throttle for 5 seconds, it will engage the cruise control if you've enabled it in the app. It's an extra feature that you need to go in there and manually enable, but you go in there into the app and you manually enable it, and now whenever you get up to your speed, if you hold that speed for 5 seconds, you'll get a little beep and you will be able to be in cruise control mode. For instance, right here, I hold the throttle down, get up to speed, about 15 miles an hour here. I'm gonna hear a beep, just there. Now I can take my hand, see my hand's completely off the throttle, but I'm still moving forward. No touching the accelerator, and I'm still moving forward. It's a beautiful option to have because you can literally just go into cruise mode and not worry about it. To disengage cruise control, you simply push the throttle one time and it will disengage the cruise, and now we're slowing down because I'm not pushing the accelerator. Similar to the boosted rev, this has 3 driving modes. It has an eco mode, a drive mode, and then a sport mode. In eco mode, it doesn't go any faster than 10 miles an hour and it is painfully slow to accelerate. I'm talking painfully slow to accelerate.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
I am about 240 pounds, so kind of a larger dude. Sure, weight has a factor here, but it just feels so sluggish in eco mode. I'm not sure when I would ever use eco mode unless I knew I had to go for an extremely long distance and didn't have any charge options. Then by chance, I might put it into eco mode just to save some energy. But here's a big catch with that. I was barely able to go up any kind of an incline when I was in eco mode. I had to shift over into drive or sport mode to get myself up a hill, and really any type of hill. Right here, I'm going up a slight incline on this back parking lot here, and I'm cruising at about 16 miles an hour here. I do have it in cruise control mode right now, and it's certainly taken me up this hill without any issues, but I am in drive mode. So let's shift over into that eco mode. All right, so here's acceleration in eco mode. We shove off, we accelerate. Yep. Pedal is all the way to the floor, if you will. We're starting to move now, getting up to a little bit more speed, and there we are maxed out at 10 miles an hour. This is as fast as we're gonna go in eco mode. We are on a little bit of a downhill here, so I gave the Ninebot Max a little bit of help there with a downhill. But what happens if we turn around and try to go up this hill? And mind you, it's a very, very slight hill. All right, here we are going uphill. I am all the way accelerated and I am barely moving right here. In fact, it's kind of beeping at me, probably letting me know to get off or something. Like literally in eco mode, trying to go up any kind of an incline. Now we're slowly getting up speed, 6 miles an hour now. Oh, we backed it down. Oh, we're starting to go back up again, gaining a little bit of momentum. Well, there's 10 miles an hour right there. I do have cruise control engaged, so we're going. We are definitely making it up. I mean, come on, that was just painful to get myself moving in eco mode. Found is that I tend to drive only in sport mode in this. That's really the only mode that allows me to get up and go and get moving within any kind of a special. So to change the modes, you're double tapping this button right here to put it into the different modes. To turn on the headlight, you're just pushing the button once and that turns the headlights on. So now we are in sport mode, let's ride. It has a decent amount of acceleration. I'm happy.
So right here, my mic cord cut out a little bit, but basically what I'm talking about right here is the acceleration in sport mode is so comfortable to ride that I tend to just always ride in sport mode. I don't really go into the other modes unless I get into a crowded area where there's people around. Then I might bump it down to drive mode just so it's not quite as torquey, but it's very comfortable to ride. It's very smooth, and I definitely see it as more of the comfortable commuter rather than like the boosted rev, which is very, very high powered. The other thing that I start talking about here is the bell. This thing has a bell on it right there on the left-hand side of the handlebar, the right-hand side looking at it right here. And my biggest pet peeve about the bell is that it rattles. There's a rattling sound in there as you're riding, and it's pretty annoying.
And so it just is a constant rattle. I think they could have put a little bit more attention to detail in the bell itself. Braking on the Ninebot Max, you've got two options. You've got the handle mechanical brake right here on the left hand, or if you let off the accelerator, then it's going to use regenerative braking to slow your Ninebot down just by the resistance of the motors. Of course, that will always engage. There is an option inside of the app to be able to adjust it and control how much regenerative braking and how strong that is, which is kind of a nice option in there to be able to control how much you want it to slow you down. In this, I tend to use just the regenerative braking system combined with once in a while, I'll slam on the mechanical brakes if I need to come to a hard stop.
Right, time to pay some bills here. Today's video has been sponsored by Association for Independent Americas. AIA has some great services. Among others, one of my favorite features is the teledoc and telecounseling services. Teledoc is a national organization that allows you to tap into professionals straight from your mobile devices. No going into the doctor's office, no going into the family therapy office. You can access professionals right from your mobile devices. They have a lot of other different services, including roadside services, and all their plans start from a very affordable $49 a month. And as an affiliate marketer myself, I love the fact that they even offer some referral and commission opportunities. You got to check AIA out. Check the info in the description of this video to learn more about AIA.
Overall, It's a breeze to ride. I love the wide foot platform. I love the larger tires for riding over bumps. This is definitely the luxury, comfortable scooter ride versus the more sporty, low to the ground, stiff suspension boosted rev is. When you compare them side by side, I could get used to riding this thing all around town, even though right now I'm only doing it in a back parking lot. But let's go around here to the corner. I'll show you a little bit more riding on different surfaces. Here we go. And you should always, always wear a helmet. I'm just riding around here in this parking lot, and that's why I don't have the helmet on, but I definitely recommend you always wear a helmet. It's really nice that it has a front and rear light. So there's a rear red light and then there is a front headlight. This is a great safety feature if you're riding out at night. It's extremely bright, by the way. Testing it out at night, the front headlight is very bright and a great viewpoint when you're riding at night in pitch black. Not to mention it helps notify drivers that you are riding on a scooter coming through. I really don't find myself getting as fatigued in the legs on this one either, partially due to the larger tires. I think it just absorbs all of the bumps and the shifts in the scooter itself. My legs are not getting as fatigued as they did on the boosted rev. You also need to be careful if you're going downhill because these things are heavy. They do tend to build up a lot of momentum. So even if you let off the accelerator, unlike when you're riding on a flat surface, the scooter continues to really propel forward, and if you're not prepared to use the brake, you're gonna find yourself going a whole lot further than you anticipated going. The Ninebot Max handles little bumps pretty well. If you come upon a little curb or something, it's actually pretty easy just to pop up that front wheel and ride up over small bumps rather than hitting them head on. It's actually a little bit tricky if you hit them head on because your weight really gets shifted around. In fact, I'll illustrate that right now. Like that, I was able to come up and ride that little bump without a problem just by pulling up on those front handlebars and riding up over it.
Well, Michael, I would have to say the Ninebot Max was really fun. I got up to approximately almost 20 miles an hour going uphill right here. The braking is super well, it slows down. It's super smooth actually.
What do you think about it compared to like the rental ones, like the rides and the birds?
I would say that this is definitely a lot smoother. The acceleration is a lot faster. The speed is definitely a lot more. These actually have bigger tires, I don't know, than the stock rental ones, which gives it a little bit extra stability and smoothness, if you will.
Is this something you just get on and like commute around your neighborhood or college or something like that?
Very easily. It's yeah, like I said, it's stop and go very easily. And like I said, if you wanted to go fast, you can. You could just take off, hit 20 miles an hour like it's nothing. Or you could just cruise around your neighborhood. Like I said, you can go small turns. It's the Ninebot Max. I'd say it's a great buy, purchase.
How much do you think it is?
I would say it's about a $600 device.
You're a smart man. It's like $600-700 bucks.
Really?
Yeah.
I would say it's worth that price, for sure.
Now this is the Indigo first edition, so when they retail, they might be a little bit more expensive. So we'll see what they actually retail out for, but that's what I paid for it.
One of the other things that I think is kind of a weird design is that this right here, this is actually the locking mechanism for when you fold the Ninebot down. So watch. What we do is we come down over here, we pop this out, which then we can release this. That then lowers this whole thing down. And then what you have to do is you have to move this around so that it locks into this little clip, which that part I do like. It's really simple and easy and quick to lock it. And then to release it, you have to pull up on this and then it releases. So that part I get. It makes it so it's easy to pick up now and hold on and go. I just think that that's kind of valuable real estate space on the handlebar there. If you were to mount anything else to your handlebar, that it's always there, and in my opinion, a little bit of an eyesore that it's just sitting there and the only purpose is for when you fold it down and lock it.
There you have it, the Ninebot Max. I'm really impressed with this. A lot of times the Indigo crowd-funded scooters don't come together quite as well. Segway, Ninebots, they certainly have a good reputation, and the Ninebot Max did not disappoint. Certainly is a great scooter with some great features, very safe to ride, not quite as torquey and as sporty as the Boosted Rev, but I really like it, and I think it's gonna make a great scooter for my wife. I'll hop on the Boosted Rev, my wife can ride on the Ninebot, and we're gonna have a blast on these things. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. What do you think I missed in reviewing this Ninebot, and do you think you will get an electric scooter if you don't have one already? Do you like the Boosted Rev better, or do you like the Ninebot better? Also, if you want me to do a direct comparison of the features and what I like and don't like about the Boosted Rev versus the Ninebot specifically, let me know that down in the comments as well. Be sure to hit the subscribe and the notification bell. I'm gonna be putting out some more of these videos. I've got some really cool gadgets and toys on their way to me right now, so be sure to subscribe today. See you guys later. Bye.